Welcome, y'all, returning and new subscribers. This is your goddess, Empress High Priestess Alma La Pantera. Welcome. Give y'all a few to get the notification. Be good. Let me pull some of this stuff up. Matter of fact, where are we right now? So throughout the day, y'all, I've been pulling some numbers and getting some info here. So let's just see what comes up based on the energy I'm picking up when it comes to those of you who entered the room. We are currently in a Mercury hour. Okay. Until the 42nd minute of the hour, which will then head over to the moon hour based on my location. Yeah. Let me just, I can't see the chat right now. I'll be right with y'all in a few. But hey, y'all, whoever just entered, appreciate you. May your day be going well. If not, may it start to at this point. Yeah, no? Okay. Let me see where we at. Okay, the moon is actually in Cancer. And the full moon in Cancer is at a 16 degree, which is a Cancerian degree. So full blast, full moon in Cancer, motherly energy, a lot of Sirius as far as the star, and Pallas, the asteroid, working through this energy as well for the collective. And for each and every one of you, based off of your rising sign, that would be something different to each and every one of you. So, and with it being at 16 degrees, that's where you want to see, as far as your chart is concerned and your transits, where this will take an effect as well. Yeah. Welcome, my loves. Hey, Joe. Hey, D. Clean our hands. Afternoon, goddess. Greetings. All right, y'all. So, 2 times the number 37 came up, right? The first time it came up, it was due to, let's see, where were we? Ooh, don't mess up the page now. Don't mess up the page now, okay? Okay. What's it? Fifth. Okay. Ah, the Hierophant's energy. Ooh. Okay, so the first time it came up, yep, was when I just pulled some oracle cards, and it was 37 was the third chakra, Archangel Chamuel, which has to do with the solar plexus. Then it came up again. It came up again as I was working with the gematria, because as I'm working with that spread, crows show up. And the way they showed up, it was more so like, pay attention. So I paid attention. You already know the vibes. And I listened to, actually it was one first, and this was at 1:52 p.m. I listened to it call out. The first time it called out, it was number 4. It was 4 times. The second time it called out was 3. So I looked at the gematria, and the first thing on that list was 7-year tribulation. Okay. So within that message was the following. The numbers that came up for 7-year tribulation was 1937, which is connected to praise of Jah. Then you have 1530, which connected to the head, Aries energy, the I am, spring. And then 255, howling animal. Now, this full moon is a wolf moon. But this also connects to jackals, Anubis, and hyenas. So, with that being said, the first thing that's coming through is, as I mentioned, hyenas. Some of you, there are certain things that you cover up with humor, and this full moon is going to make you address that. Okay? It's like, let's be real about this. Let's get to the bottom of it and let's get it handled. Moving forward, the next value for that gematria was Earth is the center of the universe. So the Earth will be considered the solar plexus of the universe based on what that said. So, as above, so below, there are a lot of different entities from other galaxies that want to play on this planet. It's kind of like, you see when you have a craving for something and you know you shouldn't be eating it, and then all of a sudden there's a consequence to that, to what you ate. It's kind of like that. So some of you with this full moon in Cancer, as you're approaching it, you could have noticed yesterday into today you had some slight stomach issues. It's in relation to the full moon. Granted, obviously, make sure if you need professional help, do you. But based off of energies and full moons, Cancer is connected to the breast and the stomach. So then the next value for the crow's message was everything is interconnected. And then it said arrival of 17. So I look up what is 17 in the Hebrew lexicon, and it speaks of a woe, or the bringer of pain. Let me say it verbatim the way I picked up the message. It was 17 was, oh, woe, exclamation of pain, indicates desire or uneasiness. So I went back to see what the other messages were, and it said, honor the king, praise of Jah, and those who didn't praise Jah, which is within you, not so much looking outside of you for it, because what's outside of you is a reflection of what's within. In this 7 year, there's going to be a great deal of pain for doing such actions, cause and effect. Now, this was at 152. 158, as I'm writing this stuff down, is now 158, 6 minutes later. I look, it's 4 of them flying, 4 crows. And I'm like, okay, 7:47 right now on the timer. I said, oh shit. All right, so what's up? What's the message? None of them called out. They was just standing there. So I looked it up. Okay. And the first value that so what ended up happening is I was looking at the value of this message of the 4 crows at 158 within gematria. I just went towards what my eyes would go to first. And I only chose 4. Okay. The first one was when moon. We're approaching the full moon in Cancer tomorrow, 16 degrees, which is also connected to the tower, right? Okay. 424. You see how it's 424? Just we heard you. Give me a second, y'all. Hold on. We gonna have to obviously go back to this. All right. Okay. The first value was when moon, and the numbers are 1123, 642, and 107. 1123 speaks of the son or child. 642 represents an ephod, which is a priestly garment of gold, blue, scarlet, and linen threads, but it also contains crystals. Okay. And then you have 107, a letter. So some of you could be receiving a message about a child that is gifted or something to that effect, or this could even be within a dream state. Just pay close attention to these signs and synchronicities that you're receiving, because at this very moment in time, the energy of the mother is extremely strong, with the moon being right in between Sirius okay? And Pallas, the asteroid Pallas. There's a lot of wisdom. There's a lot of psychic powers. There's a lot of nurturing that's happening. So there's a lot of nurturing of your gifts and whatever that means for each and every one of you, the way your gifts are going to be nurtured. The next value was 999. And it also holds numbers 1123, holds number 1123. Then it has 1470 and 245. Now remember, 1123 represents a son or child. 1470 speaks of a cutting off. 245 speaks of Jah hears. So for those of you who have a son, okay, you may find that they may be in a position where they have to go somewhere only for them to continue their soul's mission once they reach the age of 17. This could be a child that's in the military who decides to go to the military, whatever the case may be. Or you may have a brother as to them doing that as well. 1108 was on the timer. They could be a Scorpio. That could be significant to some of you. You pulled Mother Gaia. Welcome, Fatima. Card the other day, the energy was also almost magnetic coming up. Yes, for sure. A lot of these motherly cards or vibrations from the goddesses, from any of your decks that you use, you're going to feel that pull for sure. So there is an answered prayer. If it's not speaking specifically of a son or brother, because that's what the next value was. So let me go to the next value. The next value that I was drawn to was Horus is the god Tahuti, which is Thoth. And then the numbers are 1123, 1506, 251. 1506 says part, and 251 says brother, either from the same parents or half brother from the same father. So as I'm saying these things, you're going to know a lot more about what it is that's rising up within you when it comes to your God power, okay? The final one was the revelation. It starts with 1123, 924, and 154. 924 speaks of haste, and 154 is connected to